Coach, for my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Redskins. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready. 51 to mark. There's a party now. Let's go.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get off the field.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A Redskin 1st down. The pickup 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
You got me, Red. Don't be scared of it. Under 10, under 10, 10.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one good for 33 and a 1st. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about where one of the GMs in the league is...
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 17 yards out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run on 2nd down with Adams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
60 Pittsburgh. Check. Cross. Now.
They'll run on 1st down. McLeod, and he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Redskins scoop it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
That's a what? Check 4. He's cracked. He's checking crack.
He'll look to throw. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Kill. Check hot route. Hot.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and fourth down coming up.
Let's get it.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. Excellent execution of the RPO there by the rookie, Charles.
And what I like about the game today is that the NFL is welcoming these things that they do in college, because he had plenty of experience doing that. In the old days, they would have coached that out of him. Now they look at what he did there, maybe even bring the exact play to their playbook in the NFL and turn him loose.
In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
You go tight. Fight.
On first down, this is Adams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Montez Sweat showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
3rd and 1.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. They'll look to throw. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
They run on first down with Jackson. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second down, this is Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Set, ready. Set the ending. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Back. Match box. Right. 44. Mike. 44. Army. All right.
They'll look to throw here. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play there for Washington. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
2nd and 3. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Redskins are going to retake the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Got it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
64.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Complete to Mecole Hardman. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Let's go.
We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Right back to him on first down. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
You don't want none. Switch. Head,
They're going to look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
I got you, boy.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. 2nd and long. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Right there.
Looking to throw. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Ready? Check right 54. Right 54. Check tight.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Showed off the footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. For the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Kill. He's checking. Crack. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up. Put up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key to tight end. Alert. 3 down. Go. 10. Eyes on 10. Check 37.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
This quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Set. Go to base. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back.
Hey, we got Mike 50. Mike 50. Let's go. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Tighten up. Tighten up. Tighten up. Share. Let it go.
Back to throw here. Throwing right, and that's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, dog. Go. Clap. 44. Mike, 44. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. 49. Check 49.
They run with Jackson out of the gun. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Got it. 44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. You better bring it. Go. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A carry for Adams. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dean. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
On the double. Come on, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's pin him in.
2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Showing up. Showing up. Check 26. Check 26. Watch out, 66. Pull it. How? Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Back to throw. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the curl. Mike spot 4. Mike.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Completes it to Hardman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A well-executed 22-yard gain. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got it third and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. He's back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute.
We all knew the situation. We're in the fourth quarter. Who's going to step up and make the big play? Well, we just saw it, didn't we? Took their shot, downfield, got it, and now they're in a great position to take the lead.
Extra point safely through. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Wide. Go. Yeah, Jim. It's the motion. On the ball. Watch that. Go.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do. No let up. No crazy plays. And they can go home with a victory.
Let's see here if they can do all those things and hang on to this victory. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?